But I heard something today.
What's that?
Episode 14 is on the table.
New year, same old sad dads.
Yeah.
New episode.
Yeah. It's our first ever episode 14.
Yeah. Our first 14.
Yeah.
First in 2019.
Yeah.
It is still cold.
God, it is cold in here. I'm just going to straight up say that.
Yeah.
It makes my
Tenders.
my hydro flask seem warm.
Is it got
ice water?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You dumbass. Really?
Yeah, it's
I figured it had like tea or something warm in it. Something.
No, it should.
You know.
It had ice water in it earlier.
Oh.
That was not an endorsement of Hydro Flask Incorporated.
I like all their stuff.
But I do like their stuff.
I do like their stuff.
Until you drop it and dent the bottom. Then you're sad.
Well, they're set. They're double walled for a reason. That's how they get all their fanciness.
Then you're a sad dad.
Oh.
You're like, damn it. Look,
Still keeps it cold though.
Look at that. It's like it's brand new.
You still. Oh yeah. It's not new. Oh.
Datas doesn't like it.
Really?
Datas doesn't like it. He likes the Hydro Flask, but this was given to me for my birthday.
Oh.
I never took this off.
Show the viewers what you're talking about.
See the label?
Yeah.
Like it came new.
I thought it was new.
It is new. Well, now there's a dent right here I'm feeling underneath the sticker.
Well, maybe that's because you
How
don't
did
know how
that
to take
happen?
care of your shit.
How did that happen? I bet you it was one of the kids. One of my fucking kids dented
Your hydro
my
flask.
Hydro Flask, which has never seen any action as far as I know on the side right here. So now I'm suspicious.
Maybe it was to try and get you to take off your thing.
I have 5 hydro flasks. I don't need yours.
Who gave that guy a fucking microphone?
Oh. It was on the table. The mistakes may have been made.
I think there were mistakes. There might have been drinking involved. I'm
Yeah.
thinking bad mistakes. Did you not read the billboard?
Don't drink and podcast.
Don't drink and give datas of podcast mic during record.
Well, he left here so sad when Mike had a mic. He's like, boy, I sure would like to be making some comments, but I do not have a mic.
See, I'm a silent partner, except when I'm called an asshole and I can't reply.
How's come the production crew doesn't have a mic?
When
I had to relay my slams.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't cutting it for me.
On paper airplanes. And like, I'm not an asshole. The production crew are number one. And like,
yeah,
he caught a bad draft and we never saw it.
We never saw it.
And we only knew in the tears as we packed up the stuff.
I mean, he
that
may
was
have
upset.
he may have struck out on social media, but who reads that shit? So, yeah.
His manifesto on Facebook about his...
Yeah. I hate those guys.
I do that video uploading every week since 10 or something. And there's no love at all.
They call me asshole.
They go to West House and they never invite me. They never invite me.
Poor Datas.
So welcome to the Sad Datas podcast.
There you go.
Oh, Sad Datas podcast. Damn, now he's got his own ammunition.
Yeah. It just be in a garage or his car with like a mic that's not plugged into anything.
Well, I'm kind of laughing to myself because it took him 14 shows to get a mic in his hand.
Yeah.
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 14.
14.
So there we are, 14. And
Episode
welcome to the
14.
show.
Thank you for joining us in the new year.
I'm Jim.
I'm Jason, or Foo, or Lord Foo. Or
He used his own name, folks. That wasn't me for a change.
Yeah.
Of course, my name's the same no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't wearing the hoodie, so I forgot.
Oh.
Venus was like, you can wear the hoodie? It's a little tight. Is yours tight around the collar?
A little bit, yeah.
It's comfy everywhere else.
You just got to probably get scissors and snip it.
Be mindful when I take it off to like not.
Maybe your head's just way too big.
It could be my yoked out like neck.
Oh God, yeah, you gotta
because
stop.
I got traps like a fucking ox.
You're like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
You're roiding out. You
I'd
doing,
love to take off this sweatshirt, but
are roids targeted? Like you get neck roids? Like I only do the neck one. Yeah.
that would be brutal.
No.
Probably hit a. I don't think so.
Right in your jugular.
No, they'd probably just do implants. I need traps like an ox. Can you just put something in there?
I need neck implants.
I'm trying to compete, and I need some traps that make it look like I lift. No, we don't do that here.
No, but we can stuff these pillows in your ass.
Yeah, wow. I can give you an ass like a Kardashian. But I can't give you traps, though.
No necks.
No necks.
Oh shit. Oh, anyway, let's get this one started.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. We're gonna run through the things that Data says I shouldn't.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, that guy. His neck is wider than his whole body.
Oh, my God. Yeah, triangles from the earlobes down.
You're gonna have to put that picture in the video podcast. But you can get us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, and if you haven't noticed, we've started live video podcast. The static image one may go away this week.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the people that are tuning in for YouTube's are getting those notifications.
Yeah.
So I suppose if you're seeing this in post for the first time, probably just the video production, we're sorry you didn't get the audio version early at the same time everyone else got.
Yeah.
But
hey, you can't have it both ways. You can, really.
We can, but I think we've gotten a number of users that are like, why is it double posting?
Yeah.
Which I can understand that.
Or what's
as
the
far
difference
as
between this one and this one?
So I think for cleanliness and as far as understanding what's
maybe
going
just
on.
moving forward.
Yeah.
Because that's what video's for on YouTube.
Yeah.
Moving video, not static pictures. Pictures.
It's there. There's no reason to double it up.
True.
I don't know. I guess you could upload the audio and then pull it down once the video went up, but that seems like a lot of hokey pokey.
No, we're not.
You'd
doing
lose the metrics anyway. That wouldn't be good.
Yeah, I think we'll just stop that part.
Yeah.
SadDadsClub.net. Please subscribe, rate, and review. Click the reminder bell. Whatever you got to do, and whatever place that you get our podcast.
And tell a friend.
Tell a friend, definitely.
Tell a family member. Tell someone you hate. They'll like it and turn out to be your friend. It's 2019.
Foo likes to post a lot on Facebook.
That would be fake news.
At facebook.com/SadDadsPodcast. He also likes to post a lot on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is @SadDadsPodcast. You're pretty active up there. It's pretty impressive.
On the Twitter?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. You were sending stuff out on New Year's.
Yeah, late, I think.
For your
I was up really late New Year's. Which
usually...
made this morning really rough.
See, I thought you had today off.
No, today was...
Well, I had to work too, so you're not alone.
I had a third of a month off, I realized today. 11 days.
I thought you had this week off.
No, just last week. No, I don't do the 2-week thing. I could have. I had enough vacation.
Yeah.
But I got to save that for Maui. My mystical Maui trip. And then email us at saddadsclubpodcast@gmail.com. Keep those cards and letters coming.
Yeah.
And then what are we doing today on the show? What are our B and D blocks? B through D blocks. We got
weekend.
Oh, that's right. Weekend stuff highlights. We got some news items. A couple news items there. And then we got some discussion stuff about forecasted 2019 expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I put that in there, and you didn't correct it, so I just figured we would talk about what we're looking at going.
Ideas are ideas.
Yeah.
Let them go.
Yeah.
You got to foster them. You put the seed in the ground, you piss on it, and hopefully a beer can shows up.
Well, it worked for Matt Damon on Mars, so hopefully.
That was an impressive feat.
Yeah.
It's weird to think about how all he had on top of his little rocket when he launched from Mars was a parachute.
Yes, because no atmosphere. So
yeah, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
there you go. And so what did we talk about in last week's show?
So we had Mike.
That's right. Mike was here.
And I got in touch with a friend got in touch with me. We were talking about video games, and he had said, you forgot to mention why I was such an enthusiast with motorcycles, like how I knew what Mike was talking about relative to his trip.
I'm not a motorcycle.
Right. So I have owned a motorcycle in the past. I have a motorcycle license.
Does it have training wheels on it?
No.
Oh.
It has nothing because I had sold it when I became a sad dad, which is happy dad.
So when pregnancy happened,
and I think I'd sold it probably before we had kids. That's just a funny haha.
So you were married when you had it, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a YZF 600. So it was like the street version of an R6. So Mike's bike
I don't know
is
anything
like
about
the
this.
performance of a 600 cc's.
Okay.
For Honda. Mine was the not cool stripped down streetable version of Yamaha's type of that. So it was, as far as engine displacement, it was the same class as Mike's.
Why not cool?
Because
not cool?
Because the R6 was like the racer version of Yamaha's flavor of it. So it was like a blue and silver type of bike, the R6, and it had like all of their performance things. It rode stiffer. It was kind of like their riding enthusiast, like the SI to a Civic.
Okay.
Versus like the HX. Think of it like that.
Oh gosh.
So the R6 was the SI, and the YZF 600 was like the normal Civic.
I got you.
EX, HX.
Yeah.
Pick your whatever.
Yeah. So standard suspension.
So it was like standard, but it was also more streetable. And for
Right.
me as a first bike, there was much more reasonable as I was commuting to San Francisco with it.
Not as much to kill you with.
Right. And I didn't need given that I was actually using it as a commuter device to San Francisco, I didn't need or want the harsh drive. It was much stiffer as far as riding. So that would have made going to San Francisco and back twice
So that's
a day.
like saying Type R versus EX.
Yes, exactly. Perfect example.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I have since sold it. So that's how I knew. And I'm still because I can understand, not that you can't, but as a driving enthusiast, I have both my motorcycle license and a car license, and I've had a motorcycle in the past. So when I said I had my squee moment when Angie said she got him a lessons there at Laguna Seca, I was like, I can feel. I knew exactly Mike's perspective on being excited.
I mean, I understand that excitement, but
because I had firsthand.
From a motorcycle standpoint, they just scare the shit out of me. Just never been a big fan.
It's
they always just sort of.
You ever ridden a quad?
No,
like a dirt quad. It's just one of those things. Yeah, you're either, I think you're comfortable, or you're doing it as like I don't know. It's hard to put that into perspective because you have people that aren't necessarily riders, but they do it as because they understand the economy and the ease of use and whatever it's affording them as far as cost savings, as far as transportation. And then I think you have like an enthusiast tier, which is where I was. It was like I rode it certainly to get, because it was cheaper than a car, and splitting lanes on the way, so traffic. So I saw the utility there, but I enjoyed the ride. I was very much, just as much of a
freedom thing,
right?
Or whatever.
It's a complete, as far as driving. Obviously, besides the fact that you're on two wheels, the perspective that being on a bike affords you the type of independence, the ride is different, but there's also a feeling, like a visceral feeling of being on a bike.
You're no longer surrounded by the tin can, right? I mean, you're
right.
out in the element.
And it's not all positive, right? So there are all types of counterbalances to that perspective that like keep you in check. Like obviously,
grease spot.
Right. So, awareness from other cars, that you're the smallest thing on the road.
Right. No one sees you.
Traction and riding is different than in a car.
Sure.
There's all kinds of things. So when you accept the difficulties and the bonuses to riding, you're I think you either fall to enthusiast or, utility function. And I enjoyed both.
Now, I find it interesting for me because motorcycles have always scared the crap out of me. But growing up, when I was a kid, loved BMX riding. Loved. I mean, we had little trails and shit with jumps and all kinds of stuff, and I even did some BMX BMX cross racing, on the track. As a kid, and that was a lot of fun. But for some reason, that transition for me from BMX riding never translated into the motorcycle side of it, which for some reason just never really appealed too much to me.
Yeah, and it's weird too because I was never a dirt bike fan. Like I said, I
so
still
the street bike is better.
I still have a quad in the backyard that's like shelved and it doesn't do anything. I felt more comfortable when on dirt or out on trails on a quad, and I took to a quad much faster. Now I'd ridden dirt bikes before, but the moment I got a quad, I was putting that thing into the air like natural. And it felt so comfortable. Like I didn't have to think twice about it. It was like I understood what it could do, what the machine could do. I think my first quad was a Honda 600. And then I have the Yamaha that I have in the backyard. And I have a picture, I probably showed it to you years ago, of before the Blue Oak Theater was there and the Kaiser, that before 12 Bridges, that used to just be that like wetlands thing.
Oh yeah.
And there used to be on the right hand side of the road, there was that huge
right off 65.
A couple of friends, we would go out there because no one cared at the time, and you would get to the bottom of that, just to the fence before the freeway, and then you would turn around and rip it up that embankment. 6+ feet of air. 20-something feet of distance. It was stupid. And it was like, never had to think twice about it. It was so amazing. And then getting the street bike, it was one of those things where it started as a functionality. It was like, well, I can't keep driving a car, and I'm always stuck in traffic, but the bike affords you distance. I think one of the things that made the difference in learning how to ride a motorcycle versus a car is the training is significantly different on a bike, where you have to do that class on the bike.
Right.
And they put you have to down the bike. So that type of experience, like here is a simulated, albeit at the bottom tier of a worst case scenario. Here is, this bike is going to get out from underneath you. We're going to show you roughly what that feels like and what to do when that happens.
Right.
You're never going to get someone that's like, okay, get in the car, we're going to crash the car. Are you ready? This is what it feels like when the airbags go off.
Right.
So a lot of those...
And if you... in a car, you have to take pretty specialized classes to even get a car to be outside of its operating...
Right.
Like skids or whatever, or...
Exactly.
That kind of thing. You're not going to... I mean,
you're
that's a specialized thing.
Right. You're not going to get that when you go to get your C-Class license. You're not going to get so here's a tarmac, and we're going to wet it down. We're going to see what happens when you're in a power slide.
Yeah.
What happens? Can you control this out of a, understeer, oversteer? It's like, your test, ABC, BCD, and
you're good to go.
And you're good to go. And you sit uncomfortably in a car with some dude, and you get told, you're too close, kind of thing. Whereas with the motorcycle, they're actually running, here's a simulated sort of worst case scenario. Be interesting if they, it's a comfort thing, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Huh. Now, did you ever get those AM/PM churros?
I did not. Also, thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Patrick, for sending me the pictures.
You never went, huh?
I have not.
There's one down
I
the
work
street.
at home. I don't get out much anymore.
There's one down the street. You just
it wasn't a limited time? I didn't look at the
Oh.
picture much, but I did see.
I don't know.
It's AM/PM. I have concerns.
Right? Anything that's sitting under the heat
I
lamp.
would if I was in. How often do you go inside? I don't. It's like pump the gas, get it, and go.
I don't even go to AM/PM for gas. I don't put that in my car.
Venus does for work with her dad. Her dad has like a corporate contract, so that's what they get.
No, it's for me. I'm like Chevron, Shell.
Yeah, I think Chevron is the better gas.
Yeah.
I saw some study way back.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Mr. E, who reached out to us over the holidays to say that he listens to us on Spotify.
Awesome.
So we have listeners on Spotify as well.
Well, I could have told you that.
Right, I believe you now because I have firsthand knowledge.
Well, we haven't sat down and gone over stats, but I could have showed you some stats. Oh,
sadness!
drunk guy is kicking over beer bottles now.
I shouldn't have put it down there.
Oh my gosh! Finish it off at least. Did you spill any? Because that's alcohol
There's
abuse.
a little bit of piddle. God, green apple. It's good though.
I do like a good cider.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
The green apple, the Angry Orchard.
The green apple quick step. You know what that is?
No,
That's when you get the shits.
it's solid.
I got the green apple quick step.
We picked.
Where's the bathroom?
Some little. It's like those Starbucks double shot espresso, like in size. It was a spiked one.
Oh. Ugh.
It was like
with
something,
what?
Something cinnamon. I remember.
Fireball?
No. So it's that size. It's that mini can size.
Uh-huh.
A spiked coffee, and it was something cinnamon.
So like a
But it
Red Bull
had-
size can?
Smaller.
Smaller than that.
Smaller. And it had like 12% alcohol by volume.
Oh boy.
And it tasted like a. I can't.
At some
I
point,
can't figure. I can't draw what it tasted like, but it was cinnamony.
don't you think though at some point they're just going, here's something that'll get the kids fucked up.
Let's put it in there.
Let's sell it.
And it wasn't. Venus didn't mind it, but I can't. It was like the cinnamon. It was like
So
too much.
cinnamon with double shot espresso.
Essentially, it was like a cinnamon coffee.
So you get amped up on the caffeine and then downered by the alcohol?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get that.
I don't remember if she said she felt it or not, but I asked her to finish it just to see what went. I'm like, pound it, just finish it.
Well, I remember something that Ted had. I think Ted had bought. There was something that was on the market for a while. That was like an energy drink with alcohol.
Was that the Four Loko?
Maybe that's what it was. Do they still sell that?
Not in its original potency.
I would hope not, because I heard people were getting jacked up on that stuff.
People get wrecked.
I know from firsthand it's true.
Really? The original, the OG Four Loko?
If this was about 4 years ago,
Yeah.
then yeah.
Yeah, it would have been
Yeah.
before Ted left, which was a couple years
Yeah.
ago.
Also, if you guys want to have a good cider, at Trader Joe's and Walmart, you can get the Ace Pineapple Cider. It's
Oh,
the best cider you can get. Also,
Pineapple
they
cider.
have it at Yard House.
Yeah.
I'll try that.
10 out of 10 recommend.
10 out of 10.
Ace pineapple.
I'm not
You
sure
may
if
have had that one.
I don't know if I trust that data scale.
Like, yeah,
I've
'cause
seen
what?
the stuff that kid
Coors Light,
drinks.
Bud Light. What was it?
Yeah.
Natty Light. No.
Yeah, Bud Light. Coors Light?
Coors Banquet, man. Come on.
Dude.
I got my jacket.
That's not even beer. They just got guys peeing in toilets and it goes right in there and they add some carbonation.
It's from the
Rocky
Rockies, dude. It's good.
Yeah, the Rocky Balls.
We filter this straight from the horse's farm.
The only filter is their pubes.
Oh, Okay. Not quite where I was going to go. Perhaps some dirty cattle, but not the pubes.
I would have to kick my own ass if I was drinking that beer.
I'm not a beer guy,
I know you're not.
but
Have you? Let me ask you: have you found any beers that you have enjoyed?
Blue Moon.
Okay, so you like sort of Belgian?
Yes, a Belgian white,
or maybe a wheat beer.
maybe.
Have you had like a Shock Top before?
Is that like a Hefeweizen?
Yeah.
With the orange slice?
Yeah.
I like those.
Okay,
but I
yeah.
prefer the Belgian whites.
So you like the same sort of style beer that I like too.
Yeah.
But I like I'm not an IPA guy because it's too bitter.
Yeah, if it makes my face do something, it's not my style.
Yeah. We've got goddamn 600 times the hops in our beer and it just tastes like shit. Yay! No. Stop
and
it.
here's the thing. I think it's because my palate is not to shit on beers. I'm just not in a place to be able to discern the nuances that I think some people do from beer. And I know Coors Banquet is not going to do it. But at the same time, I know I'm not capable of appreciating something like an IPA because it's just not in my wheelhouse at all.
And the thing is, for me, the IPA...
I would go to CJ for that or Dragon.
I see the different flavors.
Hashtag hi CJ.
I see the different flavors in the IPAs. I get that.
Yeah.
But I can't get past... What I can't get past when I'm drinking an IPA is the bitter hop flavor. And then if you start doing double hops and stuff, it's just even more bitter. And then all the work that you put into crafting this beautiful beer has now been ruined by this bitter hop flavor.
Now, so I don't mind a Guinness. I will drink a Guinness.
Sure.
In like a St. Patrick's Day celebratory,
Uh-huh.
and I don't seem to have a problem with that.
They don't taste like shit.
We're going to run this down the crack of a dwarf's ass. After we've dipped it in the best hops possible.
That's right.
Dwarf PA.
Yeah.
Well, no, not my style.
Double hopper.
Yeah.
No, that's grody. No, I'm just not a hop guy. Don't care for that. And I mean, the problem is that 80% of the beers that you go to a craft brew house or IPA, and that just bugs me because there's so many other, you could do so much other stuff. There's a beer called Sea Dog Blueberry.
Okay.
And it is a very light beer, and it has a really nice, real blueberry flavor in it. And you should try that. I think you would like it.
Where is it
It's
available?
a very crisp and clean beer.
Bevmo, and Datas gives that a 10 out of 10 on the scale.
Oh, all right.
Sometimes Nugget carries
So
it.
if you've made it through this far of us beer shaming and you have a recommendation for a light beer type, I'd be willing to try it.
Yeah.
And then let you know.
Yeah.
If you recommend an IPA, we'll block you.
We'll send the asshole production crew.
I got a trigger finger, block finger. You're gone. Yeah, so that's how it is for me. I can't stand IPAs. I just, the reason why there's so much like their India Pale Ale, and the reason why they used the hops was it was a way for them to protect the beer from going rancid.
Did not know that.
Yeah. So it's just not. Anyway,
things you learned. Learn sad dad.
Yeah. Put it on a ship.
Oh.
Do you want it to go bad? No. The hops help preserve it. And taste like shit.
Oh. Bitter.
Yeah. There's the offset.
Well.
You want it to taste like shit? No.
It'll get to you.
It'll go bad then. Well, all right then.
Whatever it takes to get it across the pond.
So, anyway. So I felt like it was a really long weekend. I mean, I know you're talking about the weekend.
Yeah.
When we're talking about what happened over the weekend,
right?
We're talking about what happened over the last weekend. But I just got done with 11 days off, right? A third of a month. And that was just a really long weekend.
Was it too long for you?
No.
As far as PTO?
No.
Yeah.
It was only three days of PTO.
But the way it worked with.
Yeah, but the way it worked with my
Days off.
regular days off from work,
Yeah.
ended up with 11 days off, which is really nice. So it was like, I don't know that I got out of bed before 10 o'clock any day, even on Christmas.
That's PTO doing it right.
Right?
Right.
And then that made today really rough.
Yeah.
As I tried to go to bed early, and I did, and then I had to get up at 6:05. And that was a rough morning.
Yeah, that's rough.
I had to stop and get a Starbucks on the way to the office.
Did you?
Yeah, which I don't normally do.
Fans? Oh, guess not.
Well, I didn't feel any bullets hitting me, so.
Happy Moms, mother.
For those not in the know, someone just drove by, looked.
Yeah.
It was a drive-by looking.
At what point do we need to pay a cop to stand at the end of the driveway here
To keep off the
to keep all the
haters?
raging-
Yeah, like Gas Monkey Garage.
Oh, yeah.
Or what was the other one? There was another one where, it was Orange County Choppers back when they did, was the show called Orange County Choppers?
I think so.
So when they had the show going on there and people would come by, they would keep them off the property.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Big garage.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you get a fan base.
If they're hot moms, they can come through, but
For datas.
Data's into the moms now.
Yeah. Hashtag hi, Ashley.
she doesn't listen. We're safe.
That's disappointing. I don't even think my own wife listens. I know. Did you hear the record scratch?
Wow.
I mean, I think she's listened to a couple, and then I'll be like, "Oh, did you listen to the podcast?" Blah 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 blah. She'll be like, "No, I gotta catch up," and then she's busy, so I know she never catches up.
Next time she's stuck in the attic.
You've got some podcasts to listen to before I come
I'll just
get
bring
you.
like a Bluetooth speaker and I'll set it on like the bottom rung of the ladder. Maybe like,
You've got some
Well,
shows to catch up
it's
on.
Sad Dad's episode 12. And you're like, I'll be right back, Shan.
Enjoy the show.
I'm just gonna be out here on the lawn.
Wait, which one did you leave off on? Oh, 3. You're gonna be here a while.
Wow. Well, I'll just be down here in case you need water.
Oh, that's funny. So, and then, the weekend for me just was a lot of just hanging out. And then, of course, now that New Year's is over, we had to take Christmas down yesterday.
Oh,
So
that's how you spent your
that's the
New
bummer
Year's
of,
Day.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
bummer of that time off was bookending it with a bunch of work taking down Christmas.
decorating.
Yeah.
I unplugged the blue Christmas lights and put away the laser, and I had completed.
So are your lights really still up on the house?
Yeah,
You leave them up all year round?
yeah.
I never noticed that.
Well, they're blue and they're tucked in, so they're not the big bright things like over there where you would be like, "Oh, that guy's still got his lights up." They're the tiny little guys, and blue, so they're dark, and so you wouldn't see otherwise.
Wow, he's got this down to a science. Maybe I have to rethink my strategy.
Just leave them up, and then as long as I don't plug them in during Easter or some shit.
On accident, you just, oops, I plugged that strand of lights in.
Yeah. And they were blue, so if it was like an ingress thing, it would be like, "Wow, he's awesome."
I figured you were
Go
Jewish
Reds.
or something.
No,
No, not at all.
just lazy.
Just don't want to be on a ladder.
Yeah, no.
No, yeah, I don't blame you.
No.
In fact, that was one of the things I had to wait for was Datas had stolen 2 of my ladders.
Oh, setting up the new house?
Set up the house, so I'm like, I can't do shit until I get ladders back. So he had to undecorate his house
Oh,
and then bring the ladders back.
there you go.
But it worked out for him because he got a free ladder out of it because I gave him one of my other ladders.
Damn.
So, but he did help me. He gets up on the roof.
Helped is
Low bar?
low bar.
A low bar?
There was help.
Yeah, you were the help. I was the guy.
The fuck?
You just kind of supervise.
Supervise.
You have a vest for that? Like a Caltrans pose?
Yeah, he's got a helmet.
Is it foam?
There's bubble wrap in it.
I'm waiting to find out how this turns out.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like,
Does it have the beer can holders on top?
I got a punchline, Dad. And
'Cause
you're gonna wait.
That's the only beer can helmet I know about.
It involves a wang hole and a 6-pack of Coors Banquet. Run off a horse's pube.
I haven't been paid for that until I get a 30-pack of Coors Banquet. The ladder doesn't cut it.
What is he? Did he say something?
I don't think his mic works.
My contractor fees specifically said in the description, must have a 30-pack of Coors Banquet.
What?
And a semi-functional 3-rung ladder. What?
Semi-functional.
Semi-functional. Sometimes it folds, other times.
I did cut one of those rungs on accident.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Okay, I know who to sue. All right, we're good.
Yeah. We had, let's see, for me, we did, Xander had a birthday, so he went and did laser tag with some buddies.
Hashtag
Awesome.
happy birthday.
Yeah, hashtag happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Xander.
11 years old.
11
He
already?
got a lot of books.
I remember when he was 10.
Yeah, I know. It was just last year.
It was like I saw him at the last show
Yeah,
on our last
seemed like
podcast recording. He was 10 then.
Yeah.
I remember that.
1 year ago.
That was last week.
Oh, yeah. He got a lot of books, a lot of DC comic book things like encyclopedias, DCs, and marbles, and then he went and played laser tag with some buddies.
Does he ever lose his marbles?
Nope, no.
Okay.
He's got very few, and I'm sure they're probably located on like a Roblox level or something where he can easily reacquire them.
Right.
I caught him in...
Oh, no. I don't want to know.
No, not that.
Okay.
He was, as I was walking past...
Don't say caught then.
Yeah, I caught. He was watching this new Super Smash Brothers on his Switch. And as I walked past the room, the screen was moving at a rate that was... It seemed way too fast for him to be calculating the moves for him. And I went, that was a little bit odd. So I got out of the kitchen, and on my way back, I kind of like whizzed past it again. I'm like, okay, his hands aren't moving, so he's not really playing. So I poke my head in, and I go, what are you doing? And he goes, well, I'm watching the computer play to watch it to see if they do patterns. So I can, when I play against the computer, I'll know the patterns.
On the Switch?
Yeah, so he's watching two computers play two different characters.
Oh.
And he was...
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah. So he was watching the computer play against itself to see if he can pick out a pattern that the computer is using against it. So that way when he plays the computer, he knows what the computer is going to do. And I went, well, that's some deep shit, son.
That is.
You keep doing you, I'm going back to work.
Wow, that's impressive.
I'm like, what the fuck is that about? Anyway.
That's better than what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah.
Way better.
Not yet. And then he lost a tooth a couple hours later. So apparently watching the computer too much was enough. He was like playing with it. And the girls didn't want any parts of that. He's like, check out my tooth.
When it's flopping over and stuff.
Yeah. So last night it's
Venus, attached to my gum still.
Yeah, we're in the office.
Just the one shred.
and Venus is reading and I'm playing Destiny, and he walks into the office and he's like, Dad, check out my tooth. And he's like playing with it, but he's doing this. It's like, so if I'm at his level of his mouth, he's going. And so he's trying to show me, but yet his jaw is getting further up into the. So
you can't see.
I can't see.
You're like,
shit.
I can see your chin, pal.
Yeah, and as I'm trying to like, Xander, I can't see what you're trying to show me because every time you try and like, he goes, like he's really fighting to get a hold of the tooth to show me, but his entire head.
He just keeps turning and up and
doing, and like Venus and I are having like a chuckle at it because keep your head being still and show us.
Is when you do this. Does that help? Somehow
it was hilarious. And like he's like goofing off with it, and then he's like, "See, it's right here." I'm like, "Son, can't see what the fuck you're doing." Anyway, so he lost it this afternoon.
Yeah. Well, at least he didn't lose his shit.
No, or his marbles.
Yeah, or his marbles.
Right, just the teeth.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, that's cool. Good for him.
Yeah.
Right on. Happy birthday, buddy.
Yay.
That's cool. 11, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to be long before he's in junior high. Have you thought about that?
It's next year.
Sad dads.
Yeah.
Is it next? No.
Yeah, goes out of Quail Glen over to Silverado next year.
So he's in 5th grade now?
Yes.
Holy
Right?
shit.
Right?
Wow. I didn't even realize
And that was the thing. So, as we get into the next part of it, the weekend was obviously roping in New Year's. Like, 2018, man. Like,
yeah.
And I tried to get like at the kids, like, New Year's resolution. And they kind of, that's beyond them as far as it's like our Black Friday thing. They don't quite get the.
Right.
As we got closer.
That's old school.
Yeah. As we got closer, I look at New Year's. It's not like it's almost memed at this point. It's like, what's your New Year's resolution?
I didn't even give it any consideration.
I look at it as like it's not like a pain in the ass or a burden. I look at it as an opportunity to be like, as an excuse to reinvent or come up with something like, and I don't just put it all in one thing, because I think as being, a schedule so full, being a dad and full-time, and then all the extracurriculars that come with that, it's like you're almost teeing yourself up for failure if you set yourself with I'm going to do this one thing, and then you make it like larger than life. Like, I want 6-pack abs or something like that. It's
right.
like, never going to happen. So I'll go through like a list of things that, like, I want to accomplish like a handful of stuff. And I think like a lot of things, at some point throughout the year, you're going to get like something's going to stick to the wall, and you're going to get.
Well, I don't take it as a year-long thing. I feel like there's parts of me that need to be worked on all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just so sort of just take it as it comes, and in the New Year's
But
thing,
do you keep it here, or do you like actually put it down to where you see?
I don't write it down. It's just all in my mind.
I think for me, like having a
list
of like, and usually I put it on my door. In fact, I still have one because I was lazy in 2015, 16, and 17.
It was the same list.
It's my 2014 list, and it's on my door. So as I go past it, I'm like, oh, I did that. I didn't get to there. Didn't get to there, but I got that one.
Right.
Like 2019, I'm like, all right. I got the marathon, which we talked about in previous episodes.
Uh-huh.
It's like, and I sold Venus's dad and my stepmom, so dad and stepmom, Chuck and Mary and Folsom, like got us gift card stuff for Fleet Feet because it had gotten out. Like, so next year you guys are doing, the marathon. So it's I can't hide from it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to use that as I can't not get there. I have to participate because now it's like people know.
Well, you've got something scheduled now. It's
right,
sort of
and
like
it costs money. So
Yeah.
I'm in it.
You got to do it.
And knowing what I know now versus what I know then, it's like, I'm a busy dad. This schedule's full thing. Yeah. So it's like I can't wait until November to try and
get ready.
Yeah. This starts this year. So Venus and I are like, we have like a hot chocolate run in San Francisco on like the 13th.
I run on hot chocolate.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're pretty much like the switch is flipped. Like we have to start and get on board with these things.
Right.
Like it's better meal planning and meal eating. We don't eat terrible, but we know that that's a switch that has to get flipped if we want to be able to do these things down the road. Getting more fit and more active right now, that has to start.
Yeah.
Like instantaneous stuff. Content creation.
Yeah.
I want to be, like I said in the last episode, it's like, these are some of the things that I feel like if you don't put in the effort now and get on the boat, I'm missing opportunities.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just proud of us for doing this at all.
Right.
I
think
mean,
that's
period.
and I think that's like a leverage segue. It's like,
Right.
well, you're this far. We're 14 episodes in.
Sure.
Is it too far out of the box to say one more video a month on something that ties into what we're doing here?
No.
Probably not.
No,
and you're not going to know unless you commit to, I want to see that change. And
right.
there are all kinds of little things that happen in tandem to that. It's like, well, what do you know about video editing? Slim to none. But if I want to be able to put out a product that I'm proud of, that I would want tied to my name or your name or the channel itself, then I have to put in that time.
Well, someone to talk to about that would be
right.
That
exactly.
Clown.
Yeah.
Dataz has his own
asshole production crew.
Asshole. Well, that's him. But he has his own YouTube channel that he was doing some daily vlogging on. And that is probably one of the hardest things that
I would
you
agree.
can do.
Yeah.
And there got to be a point where he was sort of hemming and hawing on, are you going to do a vlog today? And it's sort of like, it would take him a couple hours to edit it and all day to shoot it. And then you got to do the same thing next. And it's really hard to, in that situation, to come up with new content that people would want to watch every day.
Right.
So for Chandler, that became his big struggle, was having that content creation every day.
Right.
Now, we're not doing anything like that. And if we did a video thing, it would be probably a couple a month or something, I would assume.
But, too, I think that ties into, regardless of your subject, if you start finding that your subject matter dwindles, like, to stay engaged, to stay inspired, like, I'll be honest, like, I'm telling you, I need to get fit. I need to start turning on the stuff.
Yeah.
5 o'clock hit. Venus was working till 5:30, and I'm like, I'd already started working on some of my diet stuff, and I'm like, there's nothing here that prevents me. I wanted to get on the rower this morning, but I didn't. I slept in.
Right.
And I'm like, there's time between now and 6:30 when I would be setting this up, and I'm like, I'd run out of time. I wouldn't have time to get on the rower, so I'll just do it. And
you could be sitting on your rower right now while we're doing the show.
And I'm like, damn it, you just need to get on. I probably could. I'd be a little bit more out of breath, but I would do it for Will.
Yeah,
and the viewers. But it was like, I'm not going to let this start 2 days into the new year. It's like,
right.
Yeah. You got to put it out there.
Yeah.
I think nobody had the motivation to watch my YouTube vlogs.
Well, and two, so
those weren't bad videos. I mean,
no,
to be quite honest,
they weren't.
He
and
did
so
a good
then,
job.
too, in like what comes from probably experience, is going to be, somewhere over the summer, I tried streaming, and so I did exactly the same kind of thing. It was like daily, I'm going to get on here at 8 o'clock, and I'm going to, man, you are just having a rough time.
Yeah, sorry. I'm holding it back.
I'm getting on here at 8 o'clock, and the kids would be late to bed, or I was helping with homework, or had a late work, and I would skip it. And so I started falling short of what was a mistake in overbiting. It was
that was probably part of it. For
I can't
Chandler
do
too.
this every day.
Sure, it's unsustainable.
Right. One of the things that I decided was, as I was going through my 2019 and my desire to create more content, was like, what would be doable? And to me, so my revised commitment was, I'm going to stream Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 o'clock till midnight-ish. Like, that's my revised commitment based off what I know is going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, the kids are in school, homework
You're
runs
a
longer.
full-time dad, man. You can't be streaming all damn day. Plus, you got data cap.
Right.
No, you don't.
Right. It's like, why not? I already play video games. Venus
Yeah.
plays video games. The kids play video games. We play them together. There's an opportunity, a potential opportunity to take advantage of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I stopped because I didn't want people to come to my channel and then be bored of what I had, because I didn't think that it was something that people would be excited to come back for. Because it's like, oh, cool, I'm going to go to school and then I'm going to do homework for 4 hours.
Right.
And by that time, that's 7 hours out of my day that I don't have
Right.
anything exciting.
So you didn't necessarily have a hook yet. You had a diary, but not a hook that you felt was engaging to an audience.
Yeah, and when I was doing that, I didn't have a camera. I was using my phone for the most part, and I think a GoPro. And so the quality for me wasn't there, and I was just not all the way impressed with it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, I'm just going to...
Yeah, he had some audio quality issues that he was struggling with, and
That's right, yeah.
that was probably the biggest issue with your videos. But the video production and the editing part of it, he did a really good job on.
Yeah.
But it comes down to it where you're working, most of the day,
Right.
especially in the wintertime. This gets really hard, right? So you work most of the day of daylight hours. And when you're done working, you don't have a lot of time in between the time that you get off until 5 o'clock or so, or 4:30 when it starts getting dark.
Mm-hmm.
So you're forced into a situation where now you've got to shoot something either in the dark, or
Right.
you have to go somewhere
Right.
where it's lit, or
Right.
it becomes much harder, especially in the wintertime. When you're doing the same sort of daily activity, going to school and working and homework.
And it never felt to me like it was right to take a camera back into a customer's backyard and just start filming,
Right. That would be bad.
because I would feel like they would be like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
This is
You
not
probably
where
need
you-"
waivers.
Yeah.
It's California.
What I did do, if I did take a shot at work, I would put my GoPro into like the skimmer basket and then pull it out as a shot.
Didn't
and
you
then-
do one where you had it attached to the sweep?
I had one attached to the pole while I was netting leaves out of the bottom of the pool,
Some of those shots were pretty cool.
but that's only because I can be like, no, that's not your pool.
And then
'cause you can't really tell.
I think for Chandler too, the other part of it was the drone situation.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That changed really quick.
It did, yeah.
As far as where you could fly.
Yeah.
And so for him, it became difficult to I got this drone so I could do this cool stuff with it.
Right. You're always wading through and second guessing the liabilities involved in putting a drone in the air.
Yeah.
That's why even when I go to do work for the solar company that I work for, I'm flying it over buildings where there's thousands of dollars of solar panels on the roof. And if that thing decides to fall out of the sky, I'm not insured or anything.
Yeah.
So I don't have like the license for commercial drone flying either, which is also a sketchy risk factor that I'm dealing with. But it's harder for me to go out and want to do filming for them because I just don't have any insurance really.
Yeah.
It's
The
just-
liabilities outweigh the. Yeah.
And a lot of the locations are within 5 miles of an airport.
No,
too.
those are bad
So
too.
that's you can never
So-
get a hold of anybody. If
but-
you have a drone and you ever called, it's impossible to get a hold of the control tower.
Right.
So that's
So-
how I look at New Year's and like
You have
2019.
you have those same limitations.
Yes.
Basically,
yeah.
is what we're getting down to.
Right.
And I mean, I do too. I have less kid obligations than you do. But when it came down to doing this stuff, the Sad Dads Club podcast, for me, I saw it as an opportunity to do something else besides being at home in the evening and not really doing much and being at work and having something else to look forward to doing, and also hanging out with somebody that's a friend.
Yeah.
And, that sort of thing. But like the whole like New Year's thing, like it doesn't. I find that I have to think about it and the things that I need to work on for myself.
Yeah.
I just sort of like do on my own. And, there's things that I'm a fat guy. So it's like, there's things that I've changed over the last couple months about my eating habits and stuff. I don't talk about it really.
Yeah.
But it's stuff that I do. I have changed
Right.
the way that I have, I used to have basically like 3 meals a day. I don't really do that too much anymore. I basically eat fruit in the morning and I have dinner. I mean, I've really changed the way I eat. My big problem is getting motivated for exercise. And,
Golf is on my 2019, so maybe we can.
Yeah.
All
Oh, I
three
mean,
of us.
I'll yeah.
Sad Dad's Club, including the asshole production team, will go.
I don't
Yeah.
know about that.
Well, I'm definitely not going to the West House either because
Oh,
I'm not going to get an invite, but that's besides the point.
But that's where I kind of fall short is my motivation in the exercise department. I really like to change that, and that'll take some doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So always there for improvement and always thinking about it.
Yeah. Like I said, I use it as an excuse to like almost put it down in concrete form, so that way
You have to look at it. And,
so that way it's I'll remember it. I
Yeah.
know the things that I need to work on or improve on.
Yeah.
But it's like something for me personally to be able to see it and
That
be like
constant reminder.
right? Am I working on that one?
Yeah.
Or is life getting so far away from me that I forgot about that one? Do
Right.
I can tell you
I
right
get
now,
that.
like the biting off the marathon thing is like
That's a big one.
right. And totally honest, it went way faster than I thought it was, because then it was I'm sitting at the in-laws for Christmas. And it was, so we heard that you're, running the marathon next year, and I get a gift card for feet. So it's like, there's full buy-in. There's no walking it out. So I had spent some time, and I can't remember where I posted it. So I found the time for and I had been dodging it because I didn't want to know, almost so that way I didn't have to put consideration into it. So I found the time that I ran the marathon.
Yep.
When I was 19.
Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty cool.
So 4 hours, 54, I'm putting it on record now, 4 hours and 54 minutes. So now it's almost like, like I said with my father-in-law, it's
improve.
me.
Yeah.
It's 43-year-old me versus 19-year-old me. And as a dad, as a husband, and as a dude, who doesn't want to try and prove that just because you're older,
You're not better.
You're not better.
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, there are factors upon factors of motivation here, and it's like that one
is the biggest. Sure.
And I think
That's on
that
the top of the
trickles
pile.
out to just about everything else I wanted to nail out for the rest of the year, because everything revolves around 4 hours, 54 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
All you got to do is write that number down.
I did. I put it on the chalkboard, and it's like everywhere. And then once the in-laws know, then it's like
your new PIN number?
Our son-in-law.
4 hours.
454, 30. I'm like, I want to replace all my birthdays with this 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you tell when it's going to go down?
And I'm inspired too. I don't look at it as a hardship. I put in their notes. Like, I am motivated. This year I'm like, equipment for content creation, I'm all behind it. Like, I'm ready to go. I don't look at any of this as like a harbinger or a burden or cumbersome. It's like, I'm excited to get into places that you and I probably don't or are behind the 8 ball as far as experience.
Yeah.
But I want to put it out there because we're this far into it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Make her happen.
Yeah.
I want you to beat that number.
Motivated.
Hope that motivates other people.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I hope that trickles. I mean, right, as a dad, I hope that
I hope
trickles
it
out to the
motivates
kids.
me at some point.
Motivation is key.
Yeah.
Motivation
Right?
is key.
So, I think we don't have to just get together for this every year, every week. I mean, golfing, as soon as it's not so fucking balls cold.
Yeah. How motivated
that
are
driving
you?
range is open till 10 plus sometimes, I think, with the lights. I mean, we could do a not Tuesday or Thursday because I'm on Mixer streaming Destiny with hopefully Venus.
Hagen is 24 hours.
And not Wednesday because it's podcast
Hagen's?
night.
Hagen is 24 hours down on 80.
Really? Is it expensive, though?
No, it's dirt cheap.
Oh.
You can get like 100 balls for like $6 maybe.
Well, I get 2 for free.
Oh, you don't want to be whacking those hard.
Yeah,
though.
no.
Yeah, you just want to maybe tap them with your putter.
Just must be nice.
Just tappity tap.
Tap it in.
Yeah, tap it in.
So.
All right. Well, I hope that motivates other people.
I hope so. Like I said, I hope it trickles out to the kids to see examples, because why would you not want them to follow in your footsteps?
Motivation. Do it. You can do it.
Do it! Just do it! So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Do it! Just do it! Just do it!
You ever watch The Middle?
No.
It's a TV show? Okay.
No.
They have a kid named Brick, and he's a very odd little guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll say something like, I have motivation. Motivation.
She thinks I have trouble fitting in. Fitting in? No. I'm lying. She must know. Or does she? Does she?
Oh, he
like
internalizes but vocalizes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And he does it all the time. It's funny. All right. Well, let's. We've been going a while, I think, right?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So
We've reset the cameras about 4 times.
let's wrap this one up and call it good for number 14. Is it?
Episode 14.
It's hard to believe. We are more episodes than Xander is old.
Yes.
So, yeah. All right.
Cool.
No, you're cool.
It's cold.
It's fucking free.
I'm looking forward to packing this shit up and
As soon as
getting
we
back in
wrap
the
this
house.
up, I'm gonna go find a bank and rob it with my nipples.
Yeah, just kind of.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody, and we hope to see you next week. And be
Thumbs
motivated.
up. Click the bells. Be motivated.
Be
Happy
motivated.
2019.
Happy 2019.
All right, bye.